stop. Before you move even a single inch further, I need you to hear me. The fact that your eyes are resting on these words right now, at this precise moment, in this exact hour of your life, is not random. It is not coincidence. It is not accident. This was arranged. I, Michael, arranged it. The God of all heaven and earth authorized it. Because what is about to enter your spirit in the minutes ahead was planned before the foundations of the earth were ever laid, and it was planned for you, specifically, personally, deliberately, with your name already written on it before a single day of your life began. Today is not an ordinary point in your story. Today is a divine marker, a sacred interruption, a moment so significant that when you look back from the other side of everything that is now approaching your life, you will point to this very instant and say, that was the day. That was the hour everything shifted. Because there is something that has been sealed behind a sacred door in the spiritual realm, a chamber in heaven where promises, inheritances, and divine appointments wait for the appointed hour of their release. And that hour is now, not next month, not after the storm cooperates, not when fear finally loosens its grip. Right now, the seal is breaking, the chamber is swinging open, and what heaven has held in reserve for your life is moving toward you. Today, I descended from the throne room of the living God less than an hour ago. The fire from that place has not yet cooled on my armor. I came at speed because the urgency written into my assignment could not tolerate a single moment of unnecessary delay. I stood before the heavenly council and I spoke your name. I said, this one, today, the time has come. We move now. And every presence in that assembly agreed. Heaven gave the signal. I came rushing, with a sword in one hand and a message in the other, both of them. For you, because you, beloved child of the Most High, have endured long enough, and what was sealed is now being opened. Let me speak to what you felt earlier today. That heaviness that settled over you before you even knew where it was coming from. That restlessness in your chest that no distraction could satisfy and no activity could resolve. The unexplained pull in your spirit that guided your eyes to this message at this exact hour. Listen to me carefully. That was not fear. That was not anxiety without cause. That was your spirit, the eternal part of you that God breathed into being at the moment of your creation, sensing my approach before your mind had formed a single question. You were spiritually aware before your understanding caught up. And that matters, because it means the part of you that belongs to heaven is already awake, already reaching, already receiving. And so here you are, and I need you to understand what is truly at stake in this moment, because there is a truth that the enemy has labored intensely to keep buried from your awareness. Something darkness has covered with layers of distraction, disappointment, and discouragement, specifically to prevent you from ever sitting still long enough to encounter it. But today, the cover comes off. Today, the buried truth surfaces. And here it is. You have never been losing. What has looked like defeat, delay, and dead ends in your life has been none of those things. It has been formation, a divine reshaping, a holy preparation. Because God does not pour himself into a life he is not going to use. He does not shape what he does not intend to build with. And he has been shaping you, beloved, quietly, powerfully, relentlessly, through every storm you thought was your destruction, through every night you mistook for abandonment. that dream you quietly surrendered because the weight of life made it feel impossible to carry. Heaven never surrendered it. That hope you stopped speaking out loud because disappointment had trained you into silence. Heaven never stopped declaring it. That version of yourself, the one who believed without reservation, the one who walked like they were covered and called and chosen, the one the grinding seasons have worn thin, that version is not gone. That version is rising. Today, as you read these words, as my presence fills the space around you in ways your eyes cannot measure, but your spirit already recognizes, feel it now, right in this moment. The atmosphere around you is different from what it was before these words found you. Not because of temperature, not because of anything in the physical world, but because heaven has entered your space. Where Michael stands, darkness does not simply retreat, it flees. It has already begun running. The spiritual weight that has been pressing down on your chest through this long season of endurance. Lift your awareness and sense it. It is already lighter, because I have stepped between you and it, because heaven just stepped in on your behalf. And you, beloved, are no longer standing alone in any of this. What I have witnessed in the spiritual realm surrounding your life would move you to your knees, not because of what has been against you, though that has been real, but because of what has been for you, unseen, unannounced, working in dimensions your natural eyes cannot access. Because there have been people who spoke against you, who sat in their circles and whispered your name with doubt and envy, certain you would never advance, who watched your season of difficulty and privately concluded that what they saw was your permanent condition. They tracked your low seasons with quiet satisfaction. They marked the places where your strength appeared to run out, and they were certain they were wrong. They calculated without heaven. They mapped your future without accounting for the God who holds your timeline, who has never once allowed a beloved child to remain in the valley past their appointed hour for ascent. And the appointed hour is today. Here is what happened in the spiritual realm the moment your eyes touched the opening word of this message. A shift occurred. A click, like the sound of a lock releasing in a door that has been sealed for years. The angels who have been stationed around your life, who have held the line through every dark chapter, who have stood in the gaps when your own faith was too thin to stand in them, they lifted their heads. They felt it. Heaven had given the signal. The season of holding is over. The chapter of breakthrough has begun. And the angels immediately moved to prepare. Because here is what the enemy has never understood about you. It saw your trials and believed they were making you weaker. It observed your seasons of silence and called it surrender. It watched you bow under the pressure and concluded you were breaking. But what it misread as weakness was actually weight-bearing. The way a structure under pressure does not collapse, but compresses and becomes capable of sustaining far more than before. That is what happened inside you through the seasons of hardship. You were not breaking, you were being built. You were not going under, you were going deeper. And the enemy cannot comprehend this because it has never understood the redemptive purposes of God. How heaven takes the fire meant to destroy and uses it to refine. How pressure becomes power in the hands of a sovereign God who wastes nothing. Today, beloved, the pressure releases. Today, the power forged in the furnace of your endurance emerges. And what comes out of you in this new season will be unrecognizable to those who watched you go in. They expected ashes. They are going to see gold. Receive this, not through the part of your mind that filters everything through what it can explain and verify, through your spirit, with the part of you that knows things before logic has the chance to organize them. Let this truth move past the surface of your understanding into the deep places where real change takes root. Because what I am speaking is not comfort designed to feel good for a day. It is truth from the throne room of the living God, and truth from that source does not fade by morning. It settles in, it takes root, and it begins to produce fruit in your life at a pace that will soon exceed anything you had imagined. I want to name something very specifically, because the enemy has been operating with a particular strategy against your life, and it is time you knew exactly what that strategy looked like. It found the wound in you that is not fully healed, the specific tender place in your history where doubt is thinnest and fear grows most easily. And it has been returning to that place over and over through different circumstances and different faces, pressing the same bruise, whispering the same lie, wearing different costumes each time, trying to convince you that this area of your life, this specific wound, this particular dream or relationship or provision is permanently closed, permanently beyond the reach of what God can do. Hear me now. That strategy has been canceled today, not weakened, not paused. Canceled. In the courts of heaven, the case that has been building against your future has been dismissed. The evidence the enemy gathered against you has been thrown out. Every charge, every accusation, every spiritual verdict that was not authored by God over your life has been overturned. And what was used against you has been reclassified, not as proof of your permanent limitation, as testimony of what you survived, as the record of a faith that did not quit, even when everything reasonable suggested it should have. Picture a door, specifically, a door in your life that has been closed longer than you want to count. You know the one without me describing it. It may be the door of provision, the door of healing, the door of a relationship that fractured and has needed restoration, the door of purpose and calling that seemed perpetually just beyond your reach. In this moment, in the spiritual realm, I am standing before that door, sword raised, the authority of the Most High positioned behind everything I am about to say. That door is opening, not cracked, not slightly ajar, wide open. Because when God says open, there is no force in heaven, on earth, or beneath the earth that can hold a door shut against him. He has said it. Today, over your life, in this very hour. Open, release, now. That is final. That is settled. That is already accomplished in the spiritual realm. What your eyes will witness in the natural world in the coming days is simply the physical catching up to what heaven has already declared. Your prayers have been heard. Every single one. The ones you prayed with a strong voice on the days your faith was full. The prayers you could only speak through tears. The whispered ones that left your lips so quietly. The person beside you never knew. The prayers you thought in the middle of the night when you were too exhausted for words and your heart just sent a groan toward heaven. The ones that came out as sighs, as long silences, as the simple act of still being here when you could have given up. All of them registered, all of them documented, all of them held before the throne of a God who has never overlooked a single cry from one of his children. And today, beloved, the answers are in motion. Some will arrive in ways you recognize immediately. Others will move into your life so naturally that you will only realize later, weeks from now, that what happened was not simply circumstance cooperating, that it was God. Moving on a day when you opened a message and let a word from heaven find the broken places. And now, beloved, before we go further into what I have come to pour into your spirit, I must speak a command over you, not a suggestion from a gentle voice, a divine command. Because what has been poured into your spirit in these last minutes was never designed to remain with you alone. There are people in your world right now who are walking in the same darkness you were walking in before this message reached you, carrying what you were carrying, searching for what you have now found. And heaven has placed the bridge between this word and their soul. In your hands, I am commanding you in the name of the God who sent me. Share this message with at least 3 people before this day closes. 3 specific people. Their faces may already be appearing in your mind. Trust that. Heaven sometimes shows us who needs what before we even form the question. Send it through Facebook. Drop it into your WhatsApp circles. Text it directly to the person who has been heavy on your heart for no reason you could name this week. Because your act of sharing is not social media activity. It is a spiritual act. The number 3 carries the covenant. Sharing with 3 people activates a triangular hedge of divine protection over every person who receives it through your hand, and it multiplies what is now flowing into your own life. Send it. Do it now before we continue. And if this message has already found the tender places, if you can feel the truth of what is being spoken, then stay. Subscribe to Letters from Archangel Michael right now. Because this is not the only word heaven is releasing through this space, and you want to be found here every time the next one arrives. Now let me go deeper. Because I have spoken about your past and your protection, but there is something I must speak about what is happening inside you. Something in the inner chambers of your spirit that was set in motion the moment you opened this message. An activation, a divine ignition of things that have been waiting inside you since the moment of your creation. You carry gifts, abilities placed inside you by the hand of God Himself at the moment of your formation, not learned through human experience, not developed through natural talent, but placed there by a God who was already thinking about what you would be needed for in this season of the earth. And through the long years of hardship, through the grinding of survival mode, through the seasons when every ounce of your energy went to simply holding on, those gifts went quiet. Not lost, never lost, but like a fire in a sealed room where oxygen is scarce, they burned low. They were waiting for air, waiting for space, waiting for this moment when heaven would open the sealed room and let the fire breathe again. Today, the oxygen enters. Today, the fire rises. Gifts that have been lying dormant in the deep places of your spirit are receiving permission to surface. Permission from the timeline that God Himself controls. And when God releases a gift that has been compressed by seasons of waiting, beloved, it does not emerge as a trickle. It erupts. It comes with clarity and force and a confidence you will not have to manufacture because it comes from the same divine source as the gift itself. you are going to begin noticing things in the days immediately ahead that you have not noticed before. A sharpness in your spiritual perception. A knowing that arrives before logic has time to organize itself. You will encounter a situation and understand its true nature before thinking it through. You will meet people and sense immediately whether they were placed by heaven or positioned by something else entirely. Receive this. This is not paranoia. This is discernment. One of the gifts that has been sleeping in the deep places of your spirit. And it is awake now. Your dreams are going to carry something different starting tonight. Heaven speaks in the night season with specificity and intention, and yours are about to become more vivid, more layered, more unmistakably directed at your specific situation. You may see colors or symbols that carry meaning. You may hear a name or a word that rests on your lips when you open your eyes. Write these things down. Do not let the first light of morning carry them away before you can capture them. Because what God whispers in the night is often the precise blueprint for what He is building in your day. And He is building something extraordinary. I want to speak about your home, the physical space you inhabit. It has changed, not will change. It has changed. Because the spiritual precedes the physical, and what angels do in a space is real before the occupants of that space can perceive it. The atmosphere inside your four walls is not the same as it was before this message arrived. Something that had settled heavily in the environment, a spiritual friction that made peace feel like constant effort, that caused tension to ignite too easily and rest to always feel just out of reach, has been displaced. Angels have moved through your home. They are stationed at the thresholds. And the people in your household, even those who did not watch this message, will begin to feel something different in the air. They may not name it. They will feel it. Now let me be specific about what to expect in the coming days. Because heaven does not speak over a life and then leave that life without confirmation. There are no promissory notes in the kingdom of God. There are receipts, immediate evidence that the word was real. In the next 72 hours, pay close attention. Something will arrive that you were not expecting. A message with timing so precise it cannot be accidental. A phone call from a person whose name you have not seen on your screen in too long. A phrase overheard in a conversation you were not even part of that speaks directly to what you have been carrying privately. A name surfacing in 3 separate places within the same day. A dream so specific and so clear that you sit up in the morning knowing it was not ordinary. A door that makes the sound of motion after months or years of silence. These are not coincidences. In the life of a person under the hand of God, there are no coincidences. These are confirmations. Heaven showing you in specific, undeniable terms that this shift was real, that the presence was real, that what was declared over you today is already producing. When they come, do not explain them away. Do not let the part of your mind that prefers the manageable hand, the supernatural, back to the natural. Let the awe in. Let the wonder in. Let yourself be someone who says, I expected this, because heaven told me it was coming. That posture, open, receiving, expectant, is the one that keeps the flow moving. Expectation is not arrogance. It is alignment. It is the posture of someone who believes what God says and refuses to live smaller than the word that was spoken over them. I must speak directly to those of you whose bodies have been speaking. who have been living with a physical heaviness that does not fully belong to age or circumstance alone. Fatigue that remains after sleep. Aching in places without clear medical explanation. A heaviness in the physical frame that your spirit recognized long before your doctor could name. Listen, divine light has entered your physical body through this message. Not metaphorically. In the realm of the spirit, the word of heaven is a carrier of divine energy. And when it lands in a spirit that is open, it does not stop at the spirit. It flows into the soul, and from the soul, into the body, into the nervous system, into the cellular structure, into the places where the ache has been living. The healing coming for you may not arrive in a dramatic moment. It may come as a slow tide rising. In 7 days, you will notice something has changed, but you cannot name when the shift began. In 14 days, others will notice something different in how you carry yourself. That is because it started here, in this moment. When the light of heaven moved into your physical frame and began its quiet, sovereign work. Do not wait for evidence before you believe it. Believe it now. In the economy of heaven, evidence follows faith, and your faith in this moment, even if it is small, even if it trembles, is enough for God to work with. And now here's something that heaven specifically wants you to carry into the next period of your life. Something about the people around you, because the season you are entering will affect your relationships in ways you need to be prepared for rather than surprised by. Some people who have been close to you will begin to feel something different when they are in your presence. They may not say it. They may not be able to name it, but they will feel it. A shift in the energy around you. A glow that is not visible to the physical eye, but that the human spirit senses. And their response to it will reveal something important. Some people will be drawn closer to you than before, almost irresistibly, because the light you carry answers a hunger in them that they did not know how to feed. These are the connections heaven is reinforcing. Lean into them. Others will begin to pull away. The same people who once seemed easy to be around will feel inexplicably distant. Some of them may even become defensive or critical without apparent cause. Listen, do not chase those who are pulling back. Do not exhaust yourself trying to hold connections that heaven is gently releasing. The people who leave the room when your light intensifies were never meant to sit in the room through your elevation. Their season in your story may be completing. Let it complete with grace, without bitterness, without spending your new energy on old seasons. And in the spaces left by what departs, new connections are already moving toward you. People sent by heaven. People who carry something you need and who need something you carry. Encounters that will seem coincidental, but will be anything but. Pay attention to who appears in your life in the next 30 days. Some of them will be divine assignments, messengers in ordinary clothing, arrivals that look natural but are anything but. Heaven is weaving a new circle around you, one that matches the level you are about to walk on. Speak differently. Now, let your words begin to reflect what heaven has declared over you rather than what the season has felt like. Your words have always had weight in the spiritual realm, but that weight is increasing because every declaration you make in alignment with what God has said over your life is not merely positive thinking. It is a spiritual act. It moves things in the unseen realm that then move things in the visible. So when you open your mouth tomorrow morning, let what comes out sound like someone who knows they are covered. Covered in healing. Covered in provision. Covered in divine favor. Covered by the hand of God and the sword of Michael. Say it out loud. Let your voice be the instrument through which heaven's verdict over your life becomes the atmosphere of every room you walk into. I want you to know something about the enemy's timeline, because the opposition you have been facing has been operating on a specific schedule. It knew a season of breakthrough was approaching in your life, and it was trying to inflict as much damage as possible before the breakthrough arrived. That is what the intensity of the last season was about. Not a sign that you were beyond help, a sign that something significant was close enough to threaten. You do not send your strongest opposition against a target that poses no threat to your plans. The ferocity of the attack was, in its perverse way, a confirmation of your significance. But here is what the enemy miscalculated. It thought it had more time. It thought the breakthrough was still further away than it is. And now that the appointed hour has arrived, the strategy has been interrupted in the middle of its execution. Heaven stepped in before the damage could be completed, and everything the enemy set in motion against you, the plan it was so certain about, has been canceled. Not delayed. Canceled. And what was meant to harm you is now being reclassified in the spiritual realm as the very thing that drove you to the moment where heaven could reach you most completely. Right here, at this point in this message, I must stop everything else and speak a command. Because there is someone in your network who is on the edge of something dark. Someone who is carrying exactly what you were carrying when these words first found you. Carrying it alone, in silence, not knowing that heaven has a specific word for them too. And the bridge between this word and their soul is in your hands. Right now, go to your Facebook, post this message in every group you belong to. Go to your WhatsApp, drop this link in every family circle, every prayer group, every community chat. Find the 3 people heaven has been placing on your heart throughout this message. The ones whose faces keep appearing. Those faces are not random. They are divine. Send them here. Because your act of sending is not a social media decision. It is a spiritual assignment. The number 3 carries the covenant seal. Every person who receives this through your obedience enters under the same protective covering that is now on you. And the blessing flowing into your life through this encounter multiplies every time you release it rather than contain it. Do not delay. Do it now, and then continue with me. Now stay, because I must show you what heaven has specifically prepared for people who reach this point in this message. The people who stayed, who received, who are now asking the most important question a spirit can ask after an encounter with the divine. How do I keep this? How do I sustain what just happened in me? How do I ensure that what I am feeling in this moment does not evaporate by the time the ordinary demands of life return tomorrow morning? That is the exactly right question, and heaven designed the answer before you had the chance to ask it. There is a place that was built for people like you, a community of men and women who understood that the spiritual life is not a weekly event to attend and a memory to carry through 6 other ordinary days. It is a daily discipline, like medicine for the body, like fuel for the muscle. The spirit requires nourishment every single morning. And when that daily nourishment is grounded in prayer, in divine declaration, in the kind of heaven-saturated spiritual experience that has been pouring into you through every minute of this message. The transformation that happens is not temporary. It is cumulative. It compounds, day upon day, week upon week, until by the end of the first full season, the person you are looks almost unrecognizable to the person you were when you pressed play on the first episode. That place is Elevens. Elevens.com. And I need you to understand what I am about to tell you, because this is not a detour from this message. This is the message. Heaven arranged every minute of your journey to this exact moment precisely so that you would hear what I'm saying now. Elevens is a sacred daily audio prayer experience. Each episode, exactly 1 hour in length, is a journey through scripture, through divine declaration, through healing prayer, through spiritual warfare, through abundance and provision, through the kind of prayer that does not merely reach toward heaven, but is spoken with the full weight of heaven's authority, resonating behind every word. The men and women who have made Elevens their daily spiritual foundation are not the same people they were before they started, not because of anything exceptional they did, but because they showed up every single morning and gave heaven direct access to their specific season, one episode, like a dose of divine medicine, every day. And right now, as you read this, Season 1, Episode 19 has just been released. It is live on Elevens.com this very moment. People are listening to it as you read these words. They are being covered as you sit on the outside wondering. The prayers of Episode 19 are going up before the throne of God right now, from the voices of thousands of Elovians across this nation and around the world. Those prayers are landing with force. They are producing fruit. They are moving through barriers. They are shifting spiritual atmospheres. While you are still beginning your day without the daily covering that every Elovian receives the moment they press play. And that is the gap I need you to feel. Not in shame, but in clarity. The gap between beginning your morning in Elevens and beginning it in everything else. Everything else speaks the language of the natural world, the news, the noise, the pressure, the voice of the season telling you what is wrong and what will not work and what you do not have. Elevens speaks the language of heaven directly into your ears at the moment when your day is most shapeable. You need only one episode per day. The same way you would not take double your medication expecting twice the results. You listen to one episode and you allow its effect to accumulate. Because it does accumulate. By day 7, you feel the shift. By day 15, your family feels it. By day 30, your life has been restructured by heaven in ways that have no natural explanation and require none. There are 133 seats remaining in this month's Elevens season. 133. Out of the 333 that heaven allocated when this season opened. The number 333 is not chosen arbitrarily. It is the angelic number, the number of divine completion. And access is limited to exactly that number each month, so that the community remains spiritually intimate, spiritually aligned, and spiritually effective as a unified body of prayer. 133 seats remain. The counter is moving as you read this, not slowly. It moves with the urgency of heaven meeting the need of this generation. The investment is $19.99 per month. The standard price of this membership, the price it was designed to carry, is $100 per month. But because you are here, because you found this message through letters from Archangel Michael, heaven has opened a door of extraordinary provision. 80% off the designed price. But this door will close permanently the moment 1,000 total members worldwide have claimed their place. Right now, that number has not yet been reached, but it is approaching. And when it closes forever. The $19.99 offer ends, the $100 price returns, and every person who said later will face one of two realities: paying 5 times more or missing the season entirely. The link is in the description below this video. It is also pinned in the comment section. Do not scroll past it, planning to find it later. Find it now. Open it while the urgency of this message is still alive in your body. Because in the moments of heaven's movement, now is always the word that matters. Before we continue, I need you to hear what one woman in our community shared just days ago. Her name is Dorothy from Birmingham, Alabama. She wrote, "I found this video on a Tuesday night when I could not sleep. I had been carrying grief and medical fear at the same time, and I was exhausted in a way that sleep could not touch. I joined Elevens that same night because something in me said this was the door. By day 9, something shifted in the atmosphere of my house that I cannot explain. The grief was still there, but it had changed shape. It was no longer crushing me. It was sitting alongside me. By day 14, my follow-up medical results came back, and my doctor used a word I had not expected. She called the numbers encouraging. I sat in the parking lot of that clinic and wept in a way I had not wept in years. Not from fear, from gratitude. God heard the prayer of episode 9. I know it. I will listen every morning for the rest of my life. Dorothy from Birmingham, Alabama." Her testimony is your future waiting to be written. The link is in the description below this video. It is pinned in the comment section. $19.99, 133 seats. Season 1, Episode 19, live right now. Do not wait. Now let me speak to something even deeper, about who you truly are. Not who you have believed yourself to be through the lens of what your hardest seasons have spoken. Not who the voices of limitation and doubt have told you that you are, but who you are from the perspective of the throne room of God, who you are in the spiritual economy of heaven. Because these things are not the same, and the difference between them is the difference between living under your assignment and living far beneath it. You are a carrier of divine authority, not symbolically, not as a theological concept to be admired from a respectful distance, in the real, active, immediate sense of those words. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere of that room is affected by what you carry. When you speak, your words hold a weight in the spiritual realm that most people in that room cannot see, but they can feel. When you pray, you are not sending requests into an uncertain sky and hoping something somewhere hears them. You are opening a direct channel to the throne of God, where your voice has standing, where your words land with the full weight of your covenant relationship with the living God behind them. That access is not earned. It was given. And it is real. You are not ordinary. I will say it plainly, because too much of your life has been spent in the shadow of that lie. The lie that you are average. The lie that your voice does not register in the spiritual economy. The lie that others were selected for the significant things while you are meant to occupy the margins of the miraculous. Stop believing that. It has never been true, and the intensity with which darkness has worked to sell you that specific lie should tell you precisely how untrue it is. You do not assign opposition to targets that pose no threat. You concentrate your forces against threats. And you, beloved, are a threat to everything the kingdom of darkness wants to build. Your faith is a threat. Your prayers are a threat. Your love, even in the small moments that no one else will ever see, is a threat. Your alignment with heaven disrupts the plans of darkness in dimensions you will not fully see until eternity opens the full picture to you. So walk differently now. Starting from the moment this screen goes dark and you step back into the ordinary texture of your life, walk into your morning like someone whose prayers reach God. Walk into your relationships like someone who carries something that cannot be taken from them. Walk into every challenge, knowing that the most powerful force in the universe is not watching from a distance. It is with you, in you, moving ahead of you, cleaning up behind you, working on your behalf in every dimension you can see and every dimension you cannot. Not in arrogance, in awareness. Arrogance is thinking you built this. Awareness is knowing who did. Stay in awareness. Let it change how you show up to every moment from this one forward. And now I must return to Elevens, because everything just spoken over you requires daily fuel to sustain. The knowing has to be fed every morning, and the place specifically built for that is Elevens. Season 1, Episode 19 is live right now, and I need you to feel the weight of that timing. This is day 19 of the season. The Elovians who moved when heaven first opened the door are already 19 episodes deep into what God is doing for them this month. They are 19 mornings ahead of where you are standing right now. Not because they were more deserving, not because heaven chose them above you, but because they moved when the invitation came. The invitation is still here. 133 seats remain. But the enemy of your breakthrough has a favorite strategy, and I will name it: delay. The word later has cost more people their seasons than almost anything else. Later sounds reasonable. Later feels cautious. But later, when the appointed hour passes, becomes permanent loss. Do not let later win over you today. The link is in the description below this video. It is pinned in the comment section. 1999. 133 seats. The 1,000-member global cap that permanently ends this special price is not distant. It is near. And every hour that passes, it gets nearer. While you are deciding, someone else is already inside. Someone who had the same hesitation you have. Someone who pressed through it. And they are now covered in a way you are not yet. And listen to what James from Memphis shared in the community this past week. He wrote, "I am a man who has been in faith my whole adult life. I thought I knew how to pray. I had a prayer life. But I was in a business season where nothing I prayed seemed to move anything. Everything felt stuck. I joined Elevens more from desperation than faith, if I am honest. By episode 11, a client I had not heard from in 4 years reached out. Out of nowhere. No explanation. Just, I thought of you this morning and felt like I should call. That call led to a contract that reversed the trajectory of my year. By episode 19, 2 more contracts arrived, both from directions I had not been pursuing. By the end of season 1, Everything I had been pressing against had moved. I sat in my office after that final episode, and I thought, what if I had waited? I do not want to think about it. Just go. The link is there. Go. James from Memphis. The link is in the description below this video. It is pinned in the comments section. Go now. Hear me now with the full weight of my commission. I am watching some of you in the spirit forming a decision to wait, and my heart grieves over it. Not because God will punish those who delay, but because they will walk back into their lives carrying what they came with, and the open door of provision will close behind them without them having entered. I am commanding you with a level of urgency I have not yet reached in this message. Share this now, not after the video ends. Right now, in this moment. Go to your Facebook and post this in every group. Go to your WhatsApp, find every prayer circle, every family group, every community that you belong to, and drop this link there. Text it personally to the 3 people whose faces have been coming to your mind, because what you share continues to flow. What you keep to yourself begins to stagnate. The river of heaven moves through the hands that open, not the ones that close. Every person you send this to receives a divine encounter that was prepared for them, and the act of sending it on their behalf releases something in your own life that cannot be released any other way. Share it right now. Before another sentence passes, let me now look into the future that is approaching your life, because the conversation has been about the past, the present, and the shift. But I want to give you something specific to watch for, something to carry as you move into the days ahead. Provision that has been delayed is moving toward you. The pace at which heaven releases what it has been holding is not the pace of the natural world. When God releases, He releases with urgency. The financial pressure in your life, that specific area of need that has felt like a wall with no door, heaven has placed a door in it today. Watch the next 30 days. Watch where unexpected resources appear from directions you were not looking. Health is being restored. I am speaking to specific bodies as I say this. Specific nervous systems, specific places of chronic pain. The healing that has already begun through this encounter is real, and it is continuing. Pay attention to the physical signals of the next 7 days. The trajectory is upward. Healing does not always announce itself, but it has begun. Relationships are realigning. The fractures that have been painful are being addressed in the spiritual realm. Some connections will surprise you in the coming days. Watch for the contact you had written off. Watch for the call that arrives at a timing too precise to be coincidence. Heaven is weaving the repair. Your purpose is rising. The thing you were made for does not need your perfect readiness. It needs your availability. Your yes, and you have said yes tonight. Heaven is treating that yes as a covenant. And now, one final time, I must press on something specific. Everything declared over your future requires daily spiritual fuel to sustain. And I would be failing you if this message ended without ensuring you have secured what you need for tomorrow morning. Elevens, right now, before this screen goes dark, 133 seats remain. Season 1, Episode 19 is live. The 1,000 member global cap that ends the $19.99 price forever is not theoretical. It is a number on a real counter that is moving with real urgency. And the cost of waiting is not just the price increase, it is the morning you begin uncovered. The day you start without the divine fuel that was specifically designed for the season heaven just unlocked in your life. And I want you to hear one more voice from the Elevens community before I deliver my final words. Because testimonies are not decorations in this message. They are proof. They are the fingerprints of heaven on real human lives. Gloria from Charlotte shared this with us. I had not truly slept in 8 months. I was carrying grief and medical fear simultaneously, and I did not know how to set either of them down long enough to breathe. I joined Elevens the night I found this video. By episode 7, the grief had changed shape. It was no longer sitting on me. It was walking alongside me. By episode 14, I had a dream where I saw light surrounding my house, and I woke up without the usual morning dread for the first time in months. By episode 19, my doctor told me the trajectory of my health had changed in a direction she had not expected. I know exactly what changed. I started beginning every morning in Elevens. God heard those prayers. My life is different. I will never start a day without it. Gloria from Charlotte. That is your testimony waiting to be written. The link is in the description below this video. It is pinned in the comments section. 133 seats. 1999. Episode 19. Live. This is your moment. The counter is moving. Are you going to watch it reach 1,000 from the outside? Or are you going to be inside before it does? The link is below. Claim your seat. Now. Now, beloved, as this message approaches its final words, I want to do one thing for your spirit. I want to settle you, because you have received much tonight. Your heart has been opened, your spirit has been worked, your ears have heard things that heaven has been waiting to say to you for a long time. And now it is time for rest. Tonight, your sleep will be different. I am already positioned at the threshold of the hours ahead. The angels who moved through your home during this message are not departing when the screen goes dark. They are staying, stationed. And the hours between midnight and dawn, when the human spirit is most susceptible to the revisiting of old fears, to the whispers of the enemy that move through the unguarded moments of sleep, those hours tonight are covered. Because heaven does not send Michael to speak over a life and then leave that life unguarded while it rests. You may sleep more deeply tonight than you have in a long time. Not because everything is resolved, but because something in your spirit has released the weight of carrying it alone. That weight now rests in hands that were built to hold it. You will wake with something unfamiliar, a quiet certainty, a settled confidence, a readiness that does not wait for conditions to cooperate. That is what heaven leaves in a spirit that has been genuinely visited. Not a feeling, a knowing. Take a breath right now. A real one. Let your shoulders drop. Let the muscles in your face release. Let the part of you that has been vigilant, tense, on watch for far too long, let it soften. You are not on guard right now. You are being guarded by the host of heaven, by the sword of Michael, by the love of a God who arranged this encounter with a precision that makes every ordinary explanation of why you are here look inadequate. You are here because you were brought here, and you are now covered in a way that does not end when the message does. But before I release you to that rest, beloved, there is a final decree I must speak over you, the most authoritative word of this entire message. And I need you to receive it with the full weight it carries. Everything that has been poured into your spirit today requires fuel to sustain. Morning fuel, daily fuel, and heaven has designed that fuel, has built the specific place where it is delivered daily to people in exactly your season. Elevens. It is waiting for you at elevens.com. Season 1, Episode 19 is live. 133 seats remain. 1999. The 1,000 member threshold that permanently ends this price is approaching faster than I am comfortable with, and you still have not moved. This is the final moment in this message where I can make this call. After this, the message ends. The urgency passes. The feeling that you felt during these minutes will settle into memory. And you'll be left with a decision that was easier to make now than it will be in an hour. Hear the final testimony I will share. Harold from Atlanta, a man who nearly waited too long, wrote this. I watched this video. I felt everything that was said. I went to bed without joining Elevens because I told myself I would do it in the morning. Something woke me at 3:17 a.m. Not fear, just a word inside my spirit. One word. Go. I picked up my phone. I found the link pinned in the comments. I joined at 3:17 in the morning. At 7:49 that same morning, I received an email about a financial situation I had been waiting for resolution on for over 3 years. 3 years. Resolved the morning I obeyed. I do not know how to explain that except this. Heaven was waiting for my obedience. The moment I gave it, heaven moved. Do not go to sleep without doing what you know you are supposed to do. The link is right there. Go now. Harold from Atlanta. The link is in the description below this video. It is pinned in the comment section. 133 seats, $19.99. Do not let tonight be the night you slept through your appointment with provision. Go now. And now, the final command. The one I have been building toward through every minute of this message. The last act of obedience that seals everything that was open tonight. Share this. Before you close the screen, before you set down your device, take 30 seconds right now and send this to at least 3 people. Post it on Facebook. Drop it in your WhatsApp. Text it directly to every person whose face visited your mind during this message. Because the spiritual principle is this: what you release continues to flow into your life. What you keep to yourself stops flowing. The blessing of this encounter moves through your hands when you open them. The moment you open them, you enter into the full multiplication of what heaven just poured in. Share this to every group you belong to. Send it to every person still sitting in their dark season, waiting for someone to bring them a word. You are the one who was meant to bring it. You were placed in those people's lives for moments exactly like this. Do it now, not tomorrow. Now. Because the person who acts while heaven is moving cooperates with the momentum of the divine. And that cooperation is itself a form of praise. Subscribe to Letters from Archangel Michael before you leave this page, because heaven is not finished speaking through this space, and you want to be found here every time it does. Heavenly Father, over every heart that received these words tonight, I release your peace. Not the peace the world attempts to offer and always fails to deliver, but your peace, the peace that holds through shaking, the peace that guards from the inside. Let it settle into every spirit that was opened in this message and remain through the night and into every morning that follows. Over every home that received the presence of heaven tonight, I declare it is now sacred ground. Over every healing that has begun in body, in soul, in family, and in spirit, let it continue until it is complete. over every financial door that was declared open in the name of the Most High. Let the natural world catch up to what the spiritual realm has already done. And over every person who took the step of sharing this word, return to them double what they gave away. In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, it is done, it is sealed, and it is so. Rest now, beloved. Heaven is still with you. Michael is still watching. And when you open your eyes tomorrow morning, the same God who spoke over your life tonight will be standing right there in the first light of your day, waiting for you. All you need to say is, "Good morning, Heaven. I am ready."